The reality of economics. According to dictionary.com, work is the exertion or effort directed to produce or accomplish something. Labor, toil. Produce or accomplish something, such as money. Now, most of us have jobs. Personally speaking, I do not, but the reason people work is to get said money. There comes a time in all of our lives when we get hit with the reality of economics. Scarcity, opportunity cost, goods and services. Should I spend my money on this or that? Which one will last longer? Which one costs less? Which one will benefit my situation more? These questions seem simple, but Lorraine Hansberry's play A Raisin in the Sun captivates readers and presents real-life situations where we see just how important work really is. Before we get into Hansberry's production, let's discuss the history of this controversy. First off, the Great Depression, 1933 economic downturn that left America to fail. TheBalance.com tells us during this time, the U.S. reached its highest ever rates of unemployment at a whopping 24.9%. People of all ages, genders, and races were desperate to pick up any pay possible. Because money was so scarce for families at this time, it made every single penny as vital as it could be. Working for money was much more valuable than it had ever been. Another event where people struggled financially was the New Orleans 2005 disaster of Hurricane Katrina. One article from The Guardian shares stories from Wanda Cobb, a single mother of 3 children. Cobb shares her struggle of childcare while balancing her job, but it's a constant struggle to provide and pay bills. When you are struggling financially, you are forced to make extremely hard decisions. Like the questions I mentioned earlier, should I opt for the cheaper one? How much do I need this? Every little thing matters. A Raisin in the Sun is a play consisting of 5 main characters who share a stressful family life together under one roof, one very small roof. We are introduced to the fact that they're all awaiting a $10,000 check for the insurance of Mr. Younger's life. Right away, it's clear that the family is depending on this check. Ruth, wife of Walter and mother of Travis, longs for a better situation for the bunch. Hansberry really shows her character and how strongly she's avoiding poverty and that she's a firm believer that everything counts. Benitha, Walter's sister, is a college student determined to someday become a doctor. She seems to be the only one in the family serious about her studies. Failure is just not an option for her. No one can stop her from believing, doing, or saying what she wants. She is dependent on the life insurance check to further her education and pay off future student debts. She didn't come this far for nothing, right? Aware of her current situation in a crammed house, it is surely one of her goals to give her future family a life that's more comfortable. Later, Ruth answers a phone call reporting Walter's failure to attend work for 3 days. This infuriates her, and she feels that it is unfair that she and his mother continue to work while he slacks off. Walter does not seem to see the issue here, though. Throughout the entire play, Ruth stays disciplined and wishes for her family to do the same. Their situation is not flush enough for Walter to just blow off his responsibilities. Ruth is counting on the check in hopes that they can live more lavishly, even if it means moving into another house. But Walter has different plans for when the insurance check arrives. He wants to put that money toward a liquor store with his good friend Willie Harris. So he puts his share of the money in with 2 of his buddies. Eventually, Walter's friend Bobo pays a visit to share some intense news. Willie completely blew off the trio's plans and took off with the money, $6,500. His mother is at a loss for words. She strikes Walter. When she stops, she stresses how hard Mr. Younger worked for all that money all the way up to his death. Again, Hansberry shows the true feelings of heartbreak, betrayal, and how much work has an impact on us. This family was relying on this money for every future opportunity. Work is something that's kind of hard to understand unless you're serious about it. We can see that Ruth and Benitha are committed to their goals and devoted to having successful futures. Walter, however, has a hard time recognizing that he may need to put others before himself. If they all share a common goal of a content life without these hardships, they should be able to work together to make it happen.